Hey guys, Harry here from the Art Gear Guide. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see here, this video is about the brand new 126 set of Arrtx Colored Pencils. Now, this video is more, all I'm doing really is showing you the colour selection that was in the 72 set and the additional colours that they've put into this set to make it up to a 126 set. And then obviously I'll show you the entire 126 colours. So just so that the reason why I'm doing this is so that you can get if you already have the 72 set and you're thinking about going out and getting the 126 set, well, this video will show you the additional colours that you're going to get. And if you like the colours, if you think that they're going to be valuable to you or to the art that you're doing or whatever, if you like the additional greens or blues or whatever, then you can go ahead and get the set. If not, if you don't think that these extra colours are going to benefit you, then you don't have to go out and get them. What I will say before I get into this, there are some absolutely gorgeous colours that they've put into this additional 54 colours. So we'll go over it and have a look at it. Now, if you want to know about this pencil, about the Arrtx pencil, about how it blends, how it layers, things like that, I've already did a review when the 72 set came out. So I'll have a link down below and you can go across, take a look at all the information that's in the video review of the Arrtx Colored Pencils and the written review, as well as any artwork that I've done using the pencils. So let's get into having a look at this 126 set, and then I'll show you the swatches. You're going to have to forgive me, I've got a real bad sore throat, I've got the flu coming on, and because I'm a man, this flu is going to wipe me out. My wife has had this now for about 6 or 7 weeks. She's still gone into work, she hasn't complained, she hasn't done anything, she's just got on with it. Whereas me, this is like the first day I've got this and I feel like curling up and dying. So much for being a big brave soldier, eh? Whereas my wife, who works with children and stuff like that, she just keeps motoring on. So, who says men are the tougher sex, eh? Anyway, so let's get into this. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the box. Just says on the front here, 126 colours, saturated colours, soft core, artist quality. On the back, there is a swatch. These swatches, if you're new to colour pencils, these swatches that you find on tins and packets and things like that, use them as just a baseline guide of the colours that you're going to get. You've got to understand that these swatches, whether it's on the inside of a tin, the back of a tin, or on the back of a box like this, these swatches are laser printed onto, or in some cases etched into the materials that they're on, using laser jets, pigment inks, and all these other things. So they're just use them as a baseline guide. Don't look. And the reason why I'm talking about this is it's mainly for people who are going into stores and picking up sets, looking at the swatches on the back and going, oh, those colours might look a little bit too bright, a little bit too dull, or whatever. Always, sorry, excuse me. Always have in the back of your mind, the colours that you see are just a guideline. The colours that you actually, when you get the product home and you put it onto the paper that you're going to be using, the colours are going to look very different. So that's something always worth having in the back of your mind. So that's the back of the box. When I turn it over to the side here, you will notice that right down at the bottom here, it's split in two. And so let me just take the top of the box off, and you'll see that the delivery system of the pencils is exactly the same as the 72 set, where the pencils themselves are inset into this like foam base. What I will say is I took issue with the foam base on the last 72 set. the holes that the pencils were in were more like a trench rather than individual holes, and so when you took some of the pencils out, they would fall about. This box that I have doesn't appear to be like that. The holes are more individual. So I think they've done. I think they've probably listened to quite a lot of the reviewers and quite a lot of the customers, because I think that was an issue for a lot of people, because they've definitely done something different with the base. The pencils, when you're removing a couple of pencils like these ones here, they're not falling, they're not moving from where they're supposed to be. They're staying where they are. So whereas in the first 72 set I had, once you lifted a couple out, the others would just fall over. They would move about because, like I say, they were inset more into a trench than individual slots. So, but that's just a personal thing. But like I say, you can see here there's two sections to the packaging. I can see some people have an issue with this, and I can see some people are going to love this. I think the good thing about this is, you can set these at either side of you when you're working, whether you're working on your adult colouring books or a drawing that you're doing. You can have them on either side, and then easy selection. There's lots of pros and cons to both of them. If you cast your mind back to like the 144 set of the Koh-i-Noor polycolour pencils that I reviewed, they split those pencils into two tins. I know it's a slightly different concept, but nevertheless, they were split in two. So anyway, everything about the pencils is exactly the same. The core size, the barrel size, the little decorations along the side of the barrel, the colour name on the end of the pigment name on the end of the barrel, the company logo and coloured pencil. So everything about the pencils, this 126 set is exactly the same. The only difference is the additional colours, and we're going to get into that right now. Okay, so this is the original 72 selection from the Arrtx Colored Pencil range. And by the way, I will have these images over on a written, not review, but a written blog about this 126 set, primarily because I find personally, if the images are side by side, or you can move them about, you can click on them and do whatever you want to do with them, I think visually when you're looking at them, it's a little bit easier to compare as opposed to just like looking at videos reels. So anyway, that's the 72 set. So this is the first block of the 126 colours. Obviously the white up here is left, then we've got this silver and gold. I have marked the colours that are new, but I have a separate piece of paper that I'm going to show you these colours on, because I didn't want to just like show you the full 126 and say, this one, and this one here are all new. I wanted to show you the new colours on a swatch on their own. So this is the first section of the 126 set. You can see here, really nice selection of yellows, and some of them a little bit similar. The blues, really nice. Like I say, I'll get to the new colours in a second, and there are some gorgeous new colours that they've selected in this. Reds, really nice. This is the bottom, or sorry, the second part of the 126. Again, you can see the kind of like the purples and lilacs up at the top here. Really, really nice selection of greens. Gorgeous selection of greens. And then we come down into our earth tones here. A couple of nice greys down here as well. And then they've got these three fluorescent colours here. This fluorescent yellow, fluorescent orange, and fluorescent pink. Making up the 126 set. So again, the images of these will be over on the written review, where you can just slowly look at them at your own leisure. You can click on the images, enlarge them, zoom in, take a better look at the actual colours. You'll have to excuse the two big black marks here, okay? This was just me not paying attention. I was drifting in and out of sleep when I was doing this, and I just wasn't paying attention, so I apologise, I'm sorry. But the colours that you can see here all the way along are the additional colours. So they haven't really gone all out on the yellows, which is great, because if we look at the original 72 set, so this is the 72 set that they first of all came out with, you'll see that a lot of the yellows that they had in here were quite similar, and in my opinion they really didn't need to add anything more to this particular colour line, and they've done that. I mean, they've just added 3, but the three yellows that they've added here are more like they're coming in the oranges. In fact, this is Cad Yellow Light, Cad Yellow Deep, and Cad Orange Light. So definitely darker colours than what we have here in this quite a lot of similar yellows. Now, coming into the blues here, and a few of the colours here that I really like is the Cadet Blue that they have, which is kind of like this grey blue colour. This pastel blue is really nice, but I absolutely adore this deep sky blue that they have. It's almost like an electric blue. Really, really nice, very, very rich colour, and I just love it. I think it's a great looking colour. Coming into now, again, if we look at the blues that they have here, if we look at the 72 set, there wasn't a great selection of blues. You can see here, you know, you're only talking about 2, 4, 6, 8 blues, 9, maybe 10 at a push, because you've got the cloud blue up here, but you can see that they've introduced a lot more blues. They've got Prussian blue, Deaf blue, French ultramarine. Like I say, they've got that Cadet blue, and then they've got this Pigeon blue, which is more like a grey blue, but nevertheless really, really nice. And I think what they've done here is they've really studied the 72 set that they had originally. I think they've listened to a lot of the comments that you guys left on the likes of my video, the likes of Lindsay's videos and things like that, and other reviewers. And I think what they've done is they've taken on board what a lot of people have said, and they've tried to amend that. And you know, the proof is always in the eating. Whenever a company says that they're going to listen to you and they're going to try and take on board your critiques and your criticisms, it's all very well and good playing lip service to things like that, but when they come out, and you can clearly see just by these two colours, the yellows and the blues alone, you can see that in the first set, like I showed you, loads of yellows, loads of very similar yellows, and it was a point that I made in that video, and I don't know about other reviewers. I try to stay away from watching other reviewers' videos of products, because I don't want their opinions and their way of doing things to subconsciously creep into the way I do things, because it probably inevitably would happen, and I don't want that. I want to stay just completely true and unique to what I'm trying to do here. But that's not to say, by the way, that you don't go, if you're looking for a product, it's essential that you check out other reviewers. So don't just come to my video or select another reviewer and stick with them. It's essential that you look around, you take on board everybody's opinions, and you try and evaluate which opinion best suits what you need as an individual. Anyway, so you can see here with the yellows that they've definitely listened, and with the blues, they didn't have a lot of blues here, and then they've rectified that with these blues. The reds was another colour that they didn't have a lot of really like punchy reds, in my opinion. If you look at the reds that they had here in the original 72 set, we had like Crimson Lake, Crimson Red, Carmine Red, Rose Red, Poppy Red, Pale Vermilion, and they're nice reds, but there's no real like pillar box red or anything like that. This time you can see with the scarlet red and that gorgeous chili pepper color, they've given that, as they have done with the Praline Violet and the Quinacridone Violet, which I know we're coming into a different colour family here now when we're talking about this Quinacridone Violet, but if you're doing something red, like fan art or something like that, and you need like a real deep dark red shadow colour, this Quinacridone Violet is a beautiful colour to use. But again, really, really nice selection of reds, and I think that the reds that they've added in here, this Peach Puff, Seashell Pink, Cad Orange Deep, Scarlet Red, Chili Pepper, I think these colours complement the reds that they already have in here. So again, I'm really happy with that. When we look at the 72 set here again, now we're coming into kind of like the lilacs, the purples, magentas, that family range, and there's a nice selection in the 72 set. There's not an awful lot wrong with that, actually. But what they've done here is they've added in some gorgeous, gorgeous, deep, rich colours from this family selection. So the likes of this aubergine purple, the Quinacridone Violet, this cobalt violet is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The cobalt violet and the aubergine purple are just two gorgeous colours. The ultramarine violet as well is a really nice colour. The orchid purple, again, nice colour. Mayan violet. This wisteria is a really nice colour as well. Really nice, easy colour. So again, I think that they've done a really good job of mixing, giving more depth and value, more contrast to this particular range. Now, in the 72 set, my favourite, when I look at a set, I always go for the greens. The greens are the first kind of like group of colours that I look at, and it's only because I enjoy doing botanical art. So you look at the greens that are in here, and they're nice greens, but there wasn't really super dark greens in here. I know we've got dark green down here and olive green, but I just thought with the apple green, the lime pale, the spring and the true green, they were all very, very similar, and didn't really add a green that was going to give you really nice contrast, deep value to any work that you were going to do. Well, they absolutely changed that with this. So you can see here that they've got this pastel green and pale green, really, really soft, gentle greens, which are just gorgeous. Then they've given you this asparagus green. There's a lime green there, which is a little bit like the true green that's in the 72 set as well. Then they've got this pea green. I've just realised apple green is in the 72 set, so this, see, I wasn't paying attention, guys, I'm really sorry. But the pea green is additional. So's the ocean green and the emerald green. Not a big fan of that type of green, but they're there and they add a lot of value to the greens of the 72 set. But here's where I really fall in love with these colours. This oxide green, the fern green, the old gold, which I know is not really green, but it's, it's, if you're doing foliage and things like that, it's just a gorgeous colour, especially when you're coming in around the autumn and stuff like that. Then we've got this army green and this antique brass green. And being the narcissistic person that I am, I just like to think that maybe somebody somewhere at Arrtx went, you know what, that asshole Harry who does these reviews, he's ex-army, so why don't we name a colour after what he used to love doing? I know that's not what they did, and I'm just joking, but the narcissist in me just likes to live like that, so I'm just going to play that one out, and it doesn't matter what anybody says. I'm just going to run with that one. But that army green, in any case, it's a beautiful green, beautiful, rich, dark green for foliage and things like that. As is this fern green, just gorgeous. Like I say, next up then we have now in the 72 set. So this is the 72 set here. We got these nice selection of warm and cool greys, and then with the neutral colours that were available, or sorry, like the browns, the earth tones. Again, they had a nice selection, but nothing really dark. And I think that was the theme about that 72 set, that the colours that they had in there were really nice, but there was no real colours that allowed you to get depth and value when you were using the pencils. And the same was true for the earth tone colours. Sepia, dark umber, brown umber. But again, in the 72 set, they've added in this Van Dyke brown. They've added in this gorgeous burnt umber. This iron oxide brown is nice as well. But my favourite colours has got to be this dark salmon and this Mars brown. This Mars brown is just beautiful. It's kind of like a reddy brown. I suppose if you're used to the Derwent pencils, it's kind of like in and around the Mars violet shade, a little bit darker than that. In fact, actually a significant bit darker, but it's the same. In essence, it's the same type of color. It's that reddy, violety brown color. Just gorgeous, that Mars brown. And then they've got these much lighter shades here, this Bavarian cream and this camel as well. And I have to say, I think overall, the additional colours that they have in this, that makes up this now 126 set, these colours here are gorgeous. And when you look at the 72 set, you've got all these really nice colours, not a lot of dark colours, not a lot of real strong punchy colours that are going to give you depth and value in your artwork. But then when you look at this, it's all punch, it's all depth and value and dark contrast and stuff like that. And so overall, the 126 count that they have now produced, I think that the palette overall is just beautiful. My only niggle, criticism, call it what you like, and it's completely personal to me, as I know that there are artists out there that love these types of colours, but I just personally don't think that they have. If one of the colour pencil companies asked me to come up with a 120 set or something like that, like an Art Gear Guide 120 set special or something, I definitely wouldn't put these colours in, and I definitely wouldn't put any of these fluorescent colours in, and I wouldn't go for any of the silver and gold colours either, like metallic colours. I think in this day and age, you've got companies now that have created these smaller complementary sets that have either these fluorescent colours or kind of like your metallic colours, and I think that's where those colours belong. I think in these big sets, I don't see a lot of people using them, and so therefore I think maybe there's 5 other colours there that could have been used for, I don't know, somewhere else maybe. But I'm really having to struggle to pick that out as a con, really, because I'm so happy with the additional colours that they've put into this 126 set. But I just wanted to make sure that I was being as fair as I could, but I wasn't, just creeping over this set and saying how much I love the extra colours. If it was down to me, I wouldn't have these metallic colours or these fluorescent colours in. And just while we're on the fluorescent colours as well, the fluorescent yellow pencil, it's like using a highlighter marker pen. It's that good. But the other two, the fluorescent orange and the fluorescent pink, they just don't seem to work. They don't seem to lay down as well as that yellow one, and it's probably got something to do with the ingredients inside those particular types of colours. But like, for instance, I know that with the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2 crayons, I think a lot of people that got the bigger sets and ended up with like the silver or the bronze, the metallic silver, metallic bronze crayons always seemed to crumble and didn't really react that well to water and things like that. And it just had something to do with that particular ingredient to try and create that metallic looking set. But overall, I'm over the moon with the additional colours. The additional, where are they? The additional 54 colours that now make up this 126 set of Arrtx Colored Pencils. Don't forget, I have all of these over on the written extract of this, so it's really only there just so that you can have some of these still images that you can look at and inspect at your own leisure, zoom in, take a better look at them. Because looking at an image on a camera, and then like a camcorder, and then looking at the same image on a camera, on a digital camera, is different. And when you're looking at a still image, in any case, there's a lot more you can do with it to really get in there and have a look at the colour. So these images will be over on the written extract of it, and you can go across, inspect the colours at your own leisure and see what you think. But I'm really, like, some of the colours I'm just really over the moon with. This cobalt teal blue is nice, but this deep sky blue is just gorgeous. As is this cobalt violet, this aubergine purple, the ultramarine violet, the fern green, the gold, old gold, the antique brass, this army green, just gorgeous, this Mars brown, dark salmon, the pigeon blue and the cadet blue as well. Really nice colours. The wisteria as well. It's a really nice, gorgeous lilac-y colour. Just over the moon. Really, really impressed. I think what I'm most impressed with is how it appears that Arrtx have really listened to what people were saying about the 72 set. And I think they've really tried hard to rectify the different things that were said and give us a much more comprehensive and complete palette with this new 126 set. I'll have links down below where you can go across and have a look on the Arrtx website if you want to go and buy yourself one of these sets. I'll have prices over on the written review as well, and again I'll have links to Amazon where you can go across and purchase yourself a set of these if you would wish to do so. So thanks very much for watching this. If you're watching this video before the 10th of December, if I get this up before the 10th of December, make sure you take part quickly in the giveaway for the 144 Koh-i-Noor colour pencils that I'll be announcing the winner of on the 10th of December 2022. But if you are too late for that giveaway, I'm doing another one, and the winner is going to be announced on the 20th of January 2023, and it's for a wooden box set of the Derwent Studio coloured pencils. It's a 72 set. So again, I'll have links for those giveaways down below, and if you want to know more details about them, just click on the videos. You'll get all the details there. All the best, guys. Thank you so much for all the wonderful comments that you keep sending me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm off to bed to die now, so I'll see you all again probably in the summer. I'm only joking. I'll see you all again very, very soon. I've got so much work to get through before December's out, so I shall enjoy doing that. All the best, guys. Bye.